No, nope, no, just no. It just wasn't good in my opinion. It just wasn't really that good. I'm not gonna go off about it. I'm just gonna do the quick and dirty about this movie. I seen it. I seen Snow White yesterday, and it was honestly just pretty much disappointing in my opinion. It just wasn't good. I'm not gonna go deep into it. I'm just gonna do scrape it, right? I'm gonna try and avoid talking about Rachel Zegler and like what she has done outside of the movie, and I'm gonna just sweep that aside because I don't want that to be part of it. I'm only gonna look at this movie as a whole, just the movie itself, without anything outside of it, just pure movie. Right? I think that the music in this movie isn't good. There's probably only one single song in this movie that's memorable, and it's obviously Hi Ho by the Seven Dwarfs. The way they did that song isn't the best, but it was pretty. I guess it was the best they could have done to like redo the music, and I thought it was pretty good. Other than that, all the songs were bad in my opinion. The I guess that it was just too much songs playing. It was like a whole freaking musical rather than a movie. It just wasn't good. There was a song sung by the Evil Queen that was just it was just stood out as just something that just wasn't good at all. It just didn't sound right. It didn't sound good, and I can imagine that most people will believe me in that, right? So music in here wasn't memorable. It just wasn't memorable. Make memorable music, then guess what would happen? People will remember the movie, but it wasn't. This is like a very forgetful movie. The story was changed a lot. I don't think a lot of people like the change in the story because it changed it significantly. Like the ending is super different. Like the ending of this movie was just very much different from the original, where I'm pretty sure the ending of the original movie ended by like the seven dwarves killing the old lady who was the evil queen. But this one, the ending was completely different. Well, she knew the gods' names, and whenever like she was basically getting poisoned, she like walked up to the castle. She told the gods who was about to kill her, "Oh, I know your name. I know who you are." And then that like stung an emotion where the gods turned on the evil queen, and then she like gets very frustrated, egotistical. She goes to a mirror. She says, "Mirror, mirror," or my bad, magic mirror on the wall, and then she gets sucked into the mirror because she destroyed it out of pure bad. And that's the end of the movie. They all live happily ever after. They all live happily ever after the end. That's it. That's the ending. It's changed. Like the entire story has changed. It would have been better off if they were to just make a completely new, different IP. Just make a new IP. Don't use a Snow White IP. Just make a completely different story. Same characters. Just change it. Like why use the Snow White IP? Why? It just wasn't that good. There was also like there was also the budget was a lot, like a $209 million for this movie. My God, where did it go? Like where did the $209 million go to? Where did it go? It obviously didn't go into the movie. It went somewhere else. It maybe what did it fly away into the atmosphere? Oh, there's the money. It's just flying away to the clouds. Like what did that? Because it obviously wasn't. It doesn't look that good. I've seen like YouTube skits that look way much better than the quality of the Snow White. Like it felt like more of a musical, right? While the original Snow White felt more like the actual story being told. Um, and they kept singing. Like there were some points where, holy crap, stop singing! Like there was no need to be singing. Literally, there was one point in the movie where they were literally getting hunted down by knights. Literally, the entire freaking army of knights or bounty hunters were going after Snow White, right? And then they were having like a whole freaking Game of Thrones fighting session. And then when they retreat, they go to the dwarfs' house, and guess what they do? They freaking dance. They scream. They have fun. They play music. They freaking guitar it up in there, and they have like a fun time. Like nothing just happened. Like oh, they didn't just come back from fighting. They just come back home, and after like freaking fighting, risking their entire lives, they dance. And then guess what happens? Then the gods find them. They were literally hiding from the gods, but then they sung songs. They were screaming. They were doing this. They were doing that. And then they were surprised. Oh, why? Look, the gods found us. Well, of course the gods found you. You were screaming. You were singing. Like what? It makes no sense. Like this movie just wasn't coherently made. Like most of like it was kind of predictable to a certain extent. like it changed. Even like the costumes, like they just didn't look. They look like freaking Halloween costumes that you'll see like freaking kids wearing. Like when you do a trick or treat, and then boom, that's the costume that they were wearing. Like it wasn't that good. And also there was like I remember there was like this one point in the movie where I could tell like they weren't using like a CGI forest. Like there was, I think it was during like when they were fighting the knights. I think they went to like an actual forest, and that was probably the only time they went to a forest. Like everything else, the entire movie, like when they were in the forest, it was just completely green screen CGI, except for that one point in the movie, which you can obviously tell because I'm like, whoa, the lighting, the atmosphere, it changed, and you can tell, and like the songs and all that, you can tell like, oh, they obviously cut they obviously cut the movie here because you can just tell like it's kind of hard for me to explain other than you have to watch the movie to see what I'm saying because if you saw the movie you can tell like oh they probably did a lot of reshoots on this part of the movie and you can't be seeing that it's supposed to be coherent like I don't know what happened with the quality of the movie it was kind of weird I don't know but it just wasn't memorable. All the characters were just incoherently it just wasn't good. I don't know how to say it. Like it was just a bad movie. That's all I can say. Like in my opinion, it was just a very bad movie, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people can agree with me on that. Like D um, the IMBD website literally has like 367,000 people like giving it a 1 star, and then only like 27,000 people gave it above a 2 star. If I was to rate this movie, like just to be like, I'm gonna be completely lenient, completely like, I'm not gonna be aggressive. Like if I was to just give this movie like a good like number out of 10, this is probably like a good 4 out of 10, maybe even a 3 out of 10. Like it just wasn't memorable. I completely forgot like what happened in the beginning. The characters were not good. The story completely changed. Why make a Snow White if you're gonna change the entire story? Prince Charming wasn't in there. Like it just wasn't good. I don't know what to say. It just wasn't good. But that's what most live actions are for some reason. And the hate, the backlash of this movie, which I'm pretty sure Disney could have predicted because so many people were saying that they just didn't like the way the trailer looked. So like seven like what there was like a million dislikes on the like it was like a million like it was like 27,000 to like a million dislike ratio, right? So I don't know how Disney couldn't see that. Oh wow, why did this movie do bad? Well, it was there right in front of you. I don't know. It was crazy. It was a crazy movie. It wasn't memorable. I'm gonna forget about it. Why do that? I think the best thing that they could have done was to just do a completely different IP. Just make a new story. That would have been better. Use the same characters. Use Gal Gadot. Use Rachel Zegler. Use all the cast. Make a completely different movie. Completely one. That would have been a better option because I'm pretty sure the only reason why they used Snow White was because it was just an IP that everybody knew, and people nowadays they don't want to watch originals. They want to watch things that they already know, so that's probably why they did it. Um, and also, I know I was gonna say I'm gonna talk about Rachel Zegler's like outside things, but most of the cast said they didn't like the original story of Snow White. So why play? You know what? I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop because I can say a lot more about this movie. But I'm gonna stop here before I get a little too far on tangent. Overall, as a movie, it just wasn't good. It just wasn't, and most people can agree with me on that. Apparently, that's it. Thanks for watching.